Somebody told me you guys have another game this way.
Well, I don't know. I never
It's a
been up
public
today.
game.
Yeah.
It's public game. Public game.
Public game, so I can play, right?
Yeah, everybody can play.
Yeah, but
90.
too many Thai people there.
One shot.
And people.
I saw one of the players invite me, but I know him very high.
90.
I don't know the rest.
Who's good that game?
They're gonna play in the room.
You know, here at least I can sit down and I will sit here. That's the most.
Well, you've been first in the list. You should be first in the list for this game. This is a more action game than
So raise here from Ken, bunch of calls,
5 players? Only 5?
and Brian flops bottom set. Sammy with top pair.
Brian. Oh, Brian. Yeah.
Ken's the pre-flop raiser, but he's wisely going to check here.
300.
Sammy's going to bet, which is okay. I think 5 ways you can defend. I think checking is a pretty good play as well. And now he's going to be in trouble. 7-8 does get there, but Sammy now has top 2 pair. Should feel very good about his hand. Keep firing at this.
610.
I don't know.
They don't know.
I just like big
They try
ask
to
and
get
just go.
people. They invite me.
I don't know, just go.
Yeah, it's hot in here. We're all right now. It just got hot.
Just a call from Brian.
Then I can like go back and
Brick on the river.
say hi to you guys. Just go fine.
No reason for Sammy not to think he has the best hand.
2000. Oh.
3-4.
He bets 2,000, which is a big, big bet. And Brian goes all in over the top. And this is sort of an annoying spot here for Sammy, who's now getting a pretty good price to call here and could think he's up against a worse 2 pair. For Brian to have a worse 2 pair, though,
26.
he likely would have had to slow play it, just check called it on the flop, which seems a bit odd to me. And if you discount ace-5, ace-6, 6-5 for the most part, then it's actually pretty tough to come up with hands that ace-9 is beating here against a very strong-looking all-in like this.
I call Gal. There's no game in the area.
Don't go there.
Clubs here.
You know why? They put their player, they swap each other. It's not
And a very nice fold by Sammy, who's able to piece this one together and get away from a really big hand.
So the game's good. Their game's just a guess. So I play a couple times.
Interesting hand.
You guys, but I have to stay home.
Is Biden sending checks out again?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow, how much?
okay. Thanks, everybody.
I could use it.
Children.
Oh,
Keep things as they are.
I guess I don't qualify for that.
150. How much Biden send you, Kitty?
I don't know, bro.
How much
I
money
hope it's
Biden
$300
send you?
bucks.
Then you?
How much Biden send you?
Raise.
That
That is
is
150. Raise to 450.
John, you raised, bro?
Yeah.
Thanks for saving me.
Amigo.
Because I don't fold.
How much? John?
Raise here from Francisco.
450.
Big John picks up pocket 10s and puts in the 3-bet. We've got 2 real hands here.
Go answer?
Curiosity
Curiosity killed the cat.
I mean, like a C plus answer, right?
Yeah.
Four betting, certainly an option for Francisco, but he calls,
No pair.
which also seems fine from these positions.
Decent.
Pair of balls.
Decent.
He doesn't know how to get a pair, right?
Low flop. Big John has to feel pretty good about his pocket tens.
500.
He bets 500. And Francisco calls here. Queen on the turn brings in front door spades. We see that Big John does have the 10 of spades. Goes check, check, which makes sense. 9 on the river, and I think Francisco has one of the worst hands he would turn up with here.
Huh? Marvin?
Would probably have some
Marvin, the foreman?
Jack 10 suited, some other straight draws, but he's near the bottom of his range.
Marvin is the only dealer that saved me from getting banned from this casino. One time we're playing here. This is like
And if he thinks that,
Black or?
I think he's correct if he's thinking that John is not super strong here.
And Marvin saved me. Marvin came up to me.
If you would have said that, it'd be
Marvin came up to me and Marvin said, Harry, I will lose my job if you're
1600.
another day.
Big bet here, 1600, which is certainly a sizing he could use with a flush or a 9.
Corporation like this. But I'm done with all that.
And I think in Francisco's shoes, you can certainly consider just folding the flop.
Alright, that's yours.
But if you're going to get here with ace king of clubs, this
You good?
seems fine to bluff with. John does look him up, and he's going to win a pot of over $5,000.
game. I love poker. I love playing poker since I was in the US. There's a poker game. It's a small game. I said, okay. I thought it's about like 500, 1,000 US dollars. Shit, I came, the blind was 2.5 US. 2.5 US, but the pre-flop race is like $300. So people losing is like 20,000 US dollars or something. I was like, damn, fuck, I don't want to
Raise here from Francisco.
That's like
It's a big raise. Candy wakes up with jacks.
It doesn't matter the blind.
$20 in the pot.
They say it's
It'll be like
2.5. Like,
10,000 by the way.
how can I be scared of 2.5? Someone loses like 40,000, 30,000.
She calls.
Wow.
Wow, 200, 600.
250, 605.
No, it looks like she's put in a 3-bet here.
Oh, shit.
You know, Sammy, you know what they do with the jungle, right? When there's an animal that's bleeding, you know what the rest of the animals do?
What?
They circle and eat them. So they see the Francisco losing every hand, and he gets raised every fucking time. Francisco's like,
And you know this.
So Candy does put in the 3-bet. It's pretty small.
All those guys slow roll everything.
Big John cold calls it, and Francisco also comes along.
Flop is jack.
10 high
jack,
flop
jack,
could
jack.
spell trouble for Francisco.
I have pocket 3. We went all in on the flop. He said, how many times you want to run? He said 4 times. I said, okay. He got pocket jack.
oh, that's
I'm drawing that for 4 times.
oh man, that's
God
crazy.
damn
bro.
it.
That's ridiculous.
You'll be tilted like shit.
Candy bets 1,000.
And everybody will just laugh at you.
Francisco calls as Big John gets out of the way. Oh wow, trips for Francisco. Now it's Candy who's in trouble. She quickly checks. But I don't see how she can just check and give up here.
Yes.
18.
And then probably a lot of people play credit, right?
Depends.
Not a huge bet from Francisco.
When they're deep, they play. Usually, when they're deep, the players on the table that are playing for the house, they play crazy because they want maximum rate,
Yeah.
and they're also
And Candy calls, understandably, I think. Brick on the river.
He doesn't pay attention. So whatever the maximum rate is, they drop probably double, triple.
And now Francisco only has about half pot back. Candy leads at this. Francisco moves in. Candy quickly calls. And Francisco gets a full double up. Pot of almost $14,000.
It's so sick. What a sick turn. It's so sensitive. Okay.
What's up in the chat to Martin? I'm not going to answer your question. I don't think it's a bad question. It's just not really my place. Raise from Big John. Call from Harry. Francisco wakes up with pocket tens.
1K more.
12.50.
And makes it 12.50.
Yes.
Take it rise?
Call from Big John.
Not this time. Not this time.
John, go for.
Oh my God!
Oh,
And Harry comes along as well.
Now I have a game.
by the way, you don't have position.
No, I don't need position. I have a card. Nice flop for me, and I win everything.
Ace high flop.
I check.
And Big John takes the lead.
2,000. Clear bets all.
Flush draw for Harry.
Nice.
He jams. Boy, this is became an enormous pot all of a sudden. Just a flush draw. And he shoves.
Can you be a set?
Should wait for the flop.
I'm not sure what he represents. He called and then called again. He's representing pocket fours, and that's really about it. Maybe an ace four suited.
You hit a set?
And other than pocket fours,
I didn't think he was going to go.
Big John should not have a lot of really strong hands here either, so ace queen is one of the better hands he's going to turn up with.
I don't want some flush getting there or some straight getting there.
20 trae.
It's a big ass.
It is a big bet.
No quiero ver eso. Flop. Yo pensé que me iban a dar 30 otra vez como con ustedes. ¿De quitar uno de esos?
You want to drop?
I think you're reasoning this through as Big John. This has to be a call, but man, this is not comfortable at all.
And I got a queen of spades.
I certainly would be taking a few minutes with this.
The thing is, it means you don't want me to call, but then I don't.
I just told you exactly what I want you to do. If you have an ace, I want you to call.
Let's run it out and see where we're at. Or yeah, I can show yours.
Yeah, run it out. He wants to see. What do you have?
I don't think
John does fold.
Oh. Oh.
Was I good?
Of course not.
Of course I was.
And he would have won a big one.
I can't believe you fold that hand.
So Harry's big move pays off. Wow.
All right, figure.
I think he wasn't.